Morning.
So tell us very quickly what it is that you do and what have you just spent 70 million dirhams on?
Yes. Actually, I just want to have a small just explanation about the product itself. We've been around for around 18 years now, and our product is scientific name is expanded polystyrene. I mean, in a simple language, they call it white foam, and it's used in packaging, insulation, construction. It's the simple white foam that you see when you open a new TV, and it has a different ranges of densities, and in a simple language, it can be soft, it can be hard, and it can be very hard. Depends on the application where it's going to be used.
And it's clearly big business because you've got a project pipeline of 20 billion with a B dirhams, including Expo 2020. That's not just packing up televisions, is it, Walid?
That's correct. That's correct. There are so many applications for the product. It can go into packaging, it can go into construction, and it can go into bridges, and it can go into marine businesses where it's used for flotations of so many marinas, and it was used for the floating bridge of Dubai. So it has a diversification of so many applications that it can be used in so many kinds of infrastructures, and it can be used also for facade insulation and decorations, interiors and exteriors.
So let's talk about this new factory that you've built, 70 million dirhams. It's in Abu Dhabi, I'm right?
Correct. It's in Abu Dhabi, in the industrial city of Abu Dhabi, in what's called Musaffah. And we have invested this much money because we want to expand and explore and innovate into other applications that are linked to our product. So our product is a core product for so many other applications where you can add coatings, you can add different kind of special additives that makes the product can be used into so many other applications like molding, like external decorations.
And it's fireproof, isn't it? Or it can be made fireproof, which is very important at the moment, or
Actually,
fire retardant.
Yes. Actually, it is fire resistant. It melts, but it does not help the spread of fire. So it is fire resistant, but it's not fire retardant in a way. So, but we are right now into a process of research and development to produce a new product, which we hope it will come soon next year into the market, that is highly fire retardant, highly fire resistant, and it will meet all the codes of civil defense of Dubai and UAE, which will help increase the safety of building construction.
Someone writes in, that doesn't sound like it would hurt if you dropped it on your foot. Maybe not the packaging for a television, but some of your products are a little bit more substantial, but I take your point. So there's two things you mentioned there, and I want to unpick them. One is research and development, so the innovation side. I want to know what you're doing. But firstly, manufacturing. Why does it make sense to make this stuff in Abu Dhabi? How do you compete with the big manufacturing powerhouses in Asia? Because we're never going to be the cheapest place to make anything, are we, in the UAE?
Yes, actually, our export business is just 25%. We are 75%. 75% goes into the region, goes into Oman, UAE, and Saudi Arabia, and we have 25%. Some of it goes to Oman, some of it go to Africa. We cannot compete with China, really, to be honest with you. But our added value products are being developed in a way that we can do something that we don't copy. We just innovate and make new things and make new ideas. And
well, where does that innovation happen? Do we have a lab with women and men in white coats doing clever stuff with chemistry, coming up with patents at your factory in Musaffah? How does the innovation happen?
We do have an R&D team, yes, and they are always looking into new ideas. Me, myself, are always involved in R&D. I don't leave it for them. I'm always involved almost on daily basis.
Because your background is technical.
Yes, 50%. I am 50% engineer by practice.
This is the sort of stuff that you see washed up on beaches, white foam. And it floats around, doesn't it? And you see pictures sometimes of these big islands of things that have been collected in the middle of the Pacific and go around in circles. Is this something that doesn't really disappear from our lives very much once you've made a bit of this expanded polystyrene? Is it there forever?
Theoretically, yes. It can live for hundreds of years.
Is that good or bad?
It's good and it's bad. It's good because it can withstand all kinds of natural, let's say, environmental and UV rays and all this. But and at the same time, by the way, it is 100% recyclable. So the product is we are recycling almost 100%. Some of
So
it,
in that sense, it's good.
it's good, yes.
But there is, as you said, the stuff that's thrown in the sea, for instance, is bad.
It's bad if it's misused.
Yeah.
That's the only thing, and it's good if the way we do it, we recycle almost 100% of the
I mean, in this
product.
part of the world, obviously, we're fairly good and we're fairly knowledgeable of that. But if you look across the world, people using this, is there a lot of just throwing into rivers, water, and disposing of without care and not recycling?
Actually, in UAE and the Gulf, they are recycling.
I'm talking about the wider world.
I really don't know, but there's lots of awareness about recycling now, and it's becoming a big business. And that's why all what was being done 30, 40 years ago, now you don't see it as much as it is today, because recycling is becoming an economical business. So all what we saw 30, 40 years ago, it's being changed now lately.
What do you use it for mostly here in the UAE? Is it insulation? Is it where does it mostly go?
I'll explain this. The product can be a void, it can be in a bridge, it can be into landscaping, it can be into insulation, it can be into theater props also.
Into landscaping?
Yes.
What do you mean, under the ground to sort of make a fake hill, that sort of thing?
Correct.
Wow.
Correct. So
Wow,
most
was that healthy? Is that
Yes.
good for the soil?
Yes, it's very eco-friendly. It has no damage to the soil. It has no damage to the environment, and it's being used, especially in lightweight landscaping, what we call mainly gardens and parks that are built above car parking decks.
Yeah.
So you need something strong and lightweight. That's where our product comes to be the best for all these kinds of
And it's in
applications.
City Walk and Blue Water Island.
La Mer,
Used in that sort
La Mer, correct, and Blue Waters. So we've been there, and we've been part of these projects in the last few years, and the Louvre in Abu Dhabi also. So.
Well, Walid, it's wonderful to see a company that's making things here in the UAE. 70 million dirhams just invested in a new factory in Abu Dhabi. Appreciate you joining us today on Made in the UAE. Walid Wakim is the general manager of STYRO. It is an expanded polystyrene company based in Abu Dhabi. Appreciate your time.
Thank you so much.
You're
Thank you.
listening to The Business Breakfast, Dubai Eye 103.8.